Every commercial real estate broker knows the feeling. You sit down, and for the third time this week, you explain the exact same market mechanics. You detail interest rates, you explain zoning shifts, and you deliver a full unpaid lecture before you even know if the client is qualified. Edwin Duterte of eXp Commercial looks at this cycle and sees a mathematical flaw in how the industry operates. The crisis in brokerage stems from a broken equation of how professionals are forced to spend their most valuable asset. This is a visualization of a standard annual calendar grid. If you spend just 3 hours a week answering the same repetitive questions about things like Measure ULA, a Los Angeles tax on real estate sales over $5 million, that adds up. By the end of the year, you have spent 150 hours doing free consulting. Those 150 hours equal almost 4 full work weeks. You are effectively taking an entire month out of your year, removing it from your pipeline, and throwing it completely away on repetitive education. When you sacrifice a month of prime negotiation time to act as a free consultant, your operational leverage disappears. You cap your own earning potential because you physically run out of hours to close actual deals. This loss of time is especially dangerous right now because algorithms are learning to do the heavy lifting. Artificial intelligence can instantly pull data from CoStar, a comprehensive commercial real estate database, and run complex comparable sales reports in seconds. If your primary value to a client is simply providing general market data, you fall into the commodity trap. You become indistinguishable from a machine, and you look exactly like the 50 other generalist brokers competing in your market. This diagram shows what happens to a generalist's fees over time. When clients see you as interchangeable with every other broker, they judge you on the only metric left, your price. This triggers severe fee compression, forcing you into a race to the bottom, where you constantly have to cut your commission to win a listing. Hoarding data and grinding through a phone book used to work. Today, that equation guarantees your margins will shrink until your business is obsolete. Reversing this trend requires a new variable. Brokers are using high-fidelity video podcasts, produced at Voxel Micro Video Labs by Donn Allan Experience, to scale their expertise and fix the math. The strategy is called asynchronous sales enablement. Instead of explaining a zoning change 50 times, you record a single, highly targeted video that neutralizes that specific client objection. You build a digital clone of yourself that works around the clock. This flowchart shows a video-enabled sales funnel. When a prospect reaches out, send a link to your market breakdown before scheduling a call. This automatically filters out low-intent tire kickers, while high-intent clients arrive at your first meeting already educated and ready to talk strategy. Automating the education phase instantly reclaims those 150 lost hours. You stop delivering repetitive lectures and step fully into the role of a high-level deal strategist. Time is one bottleneck. The South Bay also has a severe inventory crisis, the most valuably by older legacy owners. These owners receive half a dozen cold calls a week from junior brokers reading generic scripts. To a legacy owner, a cold caller is a nuisance circling their life's work, and they hang up immediately. To bypass that resistance, you reach out to give them an owner. You invite them into a studio to document the history of the industrial boom they lived through, capturing their story for the community archives. This visual represents the trust thermometer. A cold call keeps the relationship frozen and adversarial. But when you invite an owner into a premium studio environment, the dynamic jumps from frozen to highly collaborative. You are the host providing a prestigious experience. Leveraging genuine flattery and a premium studio environment allows you to bypass the gatekeepers. You secure the off-market listing before it ever hits the internet, putting you in the perfect position to bring your own buyer and capture both sides of the commission. You also use video to stop the bleeding on your profit margins. Instead of selling general services, you record a short, finite micro-series targeting a hyper-specific, high-value tenant base, like the El Segundo aerospace and defense sector. High net worth clients with multi-million-dollar problems do not search for a generalist. They look for the undisputed subject matter expert who holds the exact solution to their specific real estate need. This graph illustrates the authority curve. As your specialized video library grows, your perceived value compounding, bending sharply upward from the generalist baseline. Your expertise solidifies into a barrier that protects premium rates and neutralizes fee compression. There is a secondary return on this investment. A modern media presence naturally magnetizes top-tier junior talent. The sharpest young brokers refuse to work in a beige cubicle. They want the brand-building infrastructure and studio access that modern leaders provide. Dominating your niche on camera secures your current profit margins, while simultaneously attracting the exact workforce you need to scale your firm in the years ahead. Soon, the quantitative tasks of brokerage will be completely automated. Algorithms will instantly generate complex market analytics and draft the initial letters of intent, the preliminary documents outlining a real estate transaction, faster than any human team. When data is free and instant, the value shifts to what a machine cannot replicate. The market rewards the broker who can look a distressed seller in the eye, navigate the nuanced politics of a local zoning council, and build the kind of trust that a chatbot cannot simulate. You cannot project this premium value over a shaky cell phone camera or a grainy web call. In a high-stakes market, poor production quality signals amateurism and immediately erodes the trust you are trying to build. Stepping into the crystal-clear 4K environment at Voxel Micro Video Labs by Donn Allan Experience provides undeniable proof of humanity. It shows your clients a real expert taking the time to share hard-earned intuition in a world flooding with automated avatars. Edwin Duterte's directive to the industry is clear. Stop wasting time on free consulting. Stop accepting compressed fees, and start claiming your digital territory before your competitors beat you to it. Adopting the camera and the microphone is the only reliable mathematical insurance policy left. It is the formula that secures your career and protects your margins, by ensuring your value is rooted in your humanity, not just your access to a database.